Hotel brothers and sisters, Black Power, as always, giving honor to the Creator, giving honor to the ancestors. Chief of Staff, Brother Harris Abdul of the Street Law Soldiers, my sister, my father, my in-laws, my subscribers, my viewers, my supporters, my donors, my family, and all the brothers and sisters that are fighting for the liberation and salvation of our black nation. The picture that you see is a picture of, in the middle with the beard. That brother's Chief of Staff Harris Abdul of the Street Law Soldiers, who made his ascension and joined the realm of the ancestors 2 years ago, Monday, this coming Monday. But it was just in my heart and my spirit to, give this extraordinary brother, his propers, because he surely and truly is missed, by the Street Law Soldiers, family, friends, so many youth that he, as well as I, has saved the lives of, over the past 14 years. And he was the other half of the dynamic duo. He was the other half of the ingredients in the solution to combat criminal thinking in our black youths in Washington, D.C. And so I always call on his energy to, get me through and help me in my decision making at times. And, we never die. We transition to another plane, to another realm, to another dimension. Some people call it heaven, the afterlife, or whatever you may want to call it. But it is a transition to something. So that's why it's important to honor and respect and love and cherish those of us who are remaining here, especially those who are continuing to fight the system of racism, white supremacy, and to liberate our people, particularly our babies. Now I'm not going to do a whole bunch of PowerPointing today because my show, my videos are not just primarily based on PowerPoint. And to be honest, the reason of the PowerPoint is to prove to you Negroes who have trouble believing your brothers and sisters when they present the truth of any situation, dilemma, or circumstance to you, because you're so used to the cracker giving you a solution and showing you his falsehoods that you become addicted. And that's part of what makes the black people sleep and be in a comatose state, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally, because we're being put to sleep by this goddamn devil who tranquilizes us with lies, who crams deceit and false hope and promises and extermination down our throats daily. And we take heaping gulps of it every day. So, that's the reason for the PowerPoints, in which I am going to show, I'm going to be going back and forth with some PowerPoints to show you some things, a couple of topics I've been dealing with and I wanted to discuss with you all. But first and foremost, I wanted to honor Brother Harris Abdul, our Chief of Staff, who will always have that position, who will never be replaced. And so and for those of you who don't know who the two brothers on each end is, that's the group Precise Science, one of the most strongest conscious rap duos in the black community, in the black nation. But the brother that's not, the brother's holding the his name is Freedom Rider, And the other brother is called Rough Mike. That's the rapper who made his ascension last year as well. You know, he was taken out very, very early. Very young man was taken out by cancer, in which I blame the cracker for anything. Cancer, diabetes, any disease that we are suffering from today is a result of this goddamn cracker. Because you remember back in the day, for those who can remember back in the day, that the only thing the black community had to deal with was a little sickle cell and pneumonia. Now we have contracted so many different diseases. When I say disease, it's a disease. You're not at ease. Your system and your body is not at ease. It's at a disease. Disease. Meaning that this cracker has your body at a disadvantage with his diabolical illnesses that he makes. Cancer, all those substances and diseases are made. They are man-made. Even substance abuse. So when you see someone, or you may have a relative or a friend or something that may have died of an apparent overdose, that is a direct result of this cracker putting the drugs into the black community for our consumption and our destruction at the same time. Because all you see on TV is these movies about black drug dealers. And then you have this cracker that wants to clean up the black community, and he kills all the so-called black drug dealers and becomes the hero. You know, this type of shit. And it's so fucking contradictory that the cracker puts the drugs in the community for our destruction. Anyone caught selling or refusing to use the drug but sells the drug goes to prison forever. So it's designed for you to go into your homes and hide and kill yourself. And these devils practice this every day. They send these posses, these KKK posses. You got black nigga Klansmen too. That's called the task force. It's nothing but a posse of renegade motherfucking devils who are out to come to the black community to bulldoze and rip doors off and stomp parents and stomp the elderly, put the elderly in fear, give them heart attacks and strokes, throw little children and babies all around, tear up people's houses, hoping they could find a young black male in there to gun down and get away with it. And we buy into this shit every day. Every day. When was the last time you actually, because everybody has someone that has been affected by the drug trade, the drug subculture in the black community. When was the last time you embraced or took a deep understanding of what they may be dealing with or what they may be going through? Because whether it looks good, if they're using illegal substances, they're in the process of dying. Some take longer than others, but it's the process of death. So, instead of, because the black community condemns, I know this for a fact. You know, they don't invite the dope addict to the cookouts, to the family reunions. He's rejected. He or she is rejected. You know, some of these women, because women go through the most torture in drug addiction. See, a lot of you, you put your dicks in these sisters' mouths and their ass, and you piss on them, and you let pit bulls have sex with them because they are ill. They are not in their right state of mind. The substance has them out of their minds, and you are taking advantage of it. It's called rape with consent. It's called sodomy with consent. And the nigga that involves and engages in that type of behavior should be punished. And I'm not talking about sent to jail. You should be stood in front of the community of real men in a circle and beaten within inches of your life, and not murdered, not killed, but beat to the point where you will never think about anything like that again. Because you would have that same attitude if it was your mother. So for those who are out there today that still engage in that type of behavior, just picture you doing that to your mother. That you got your dick in your mother's mouth. That you on top of your mother for a $5 hit. And that will stop you from doing that bullshit. Or think of you doing your sister like that, your little nieces. And now you have these males, these young men are doing this shit. These young men are performing female acts on men, on males. They're not men. Because you're not a man if you're sitting there getting a blowjob from another male. You are not a man. You have just as much homosexual tendencies in you than that young male that's bobbing on your dick. And yes, I'm being graphic with this. Why not? The cracker is graphic every day. The government shut down, that's graphic. When people working, the black working class have to go and resort to food stamps, that's graphic. That's hardcore. But then you're worrying about some curse words. Because if you're watching this video, number one, you more than likely you're not a virgin. You're not a rabbi, or you're not one of those faggot priests. So you understand exactly what I'm saying. Or if you live in the hood, you can relate 100%. And those are the people I talk to. I don't have time to talk to the bourgeois nigga. The bourgeois nigga. Oh no, I'm not. No, we're not like the rest of the blacks in the so-called hood. We've had our share of hardships. When my credit card maxed out, I was in so much of a depression. No, I don't mess around with it. I don't get any carry out. No, not from the Koreans. No, I go to, the exquisite restaurants downtown. Me and Kyle and Jen and Heather. You bitch ass nigga. I'm not, I will never be able to relate to motherfuckers like that. And you have to remember, we are our ancestors. We are the people that were here before. We've come back. We're just in a different skin. We are the Nat Turners. We are the Dr. Kings and the Malcolms. Come back again. The Noble Drew Ali's, the Denmark Visions, the Gabriel Prosers. It's a lot of Harriet Tubmans out here. It's a lot of Sojourner Truths. There's a lot of Queen Nzingas, Queen Tai, Queen Ya Asante-Wa. A lot. That's why you hear the saying, we are before, we are before, we are before. And so the point I'm making is that during physical and chattel slavery, you had those same type of Negroes. That they are not field Negroes. That their hands are clean. They don't have calluses and blisters on their hands and feet. Because they live in the master's house. They serve masters. So these niggas are not like the field niggas. And it's the same way today. You got corporate America, and you got the minimum wage, low income class people. But the scriptures and the records state that the first shall be last and the last shall be first. But if you wait on that without any action, if you believe that, and you wait on that without putting in any work, it will never happen. And if you the last, you have to make yourself the first. See, revolution is bloody. Revolution, the streets will be filled with blood. Blood from our ancestors, blood from the past, blood from the present, and blood from the future. There's an all-out assault worldwide on the heterosexual black male. And as always, they use black women, they use the bed wench to promote the hatred of the black heterosexual male. Now, everybody's focused and bashing R. Kelly. Motherfuckers know he's sick. He's been sick. The industry, these crackers knew he was sick. And once again, they're throwing him to the wolves. Particularly, the main reason is so you dumb niggas can go around with R. Kelly signs, mute R. Kelly, black women matter, and all this bullshit, while Harvey Weinstein and the rest of these Brett Kavanaugh and all them walk for the raping and sodomization of those white bitches. And so you won't think about Bill Cosby right now, who's taking an insulin shot in a fucking penitentiary. You know, because, you know, I can't stand R. Kelly, but let the black community deal with him. You don't have to tell us you don't have to tell us who to hate and who to go against and who to condemn and who to persecute. You niggas are so fucking stupid. But they're not telling you to go after Weinstein's ass. You know, Wendy Williams and all the fat black pig that's on the reel. You know, who she allowed Tia Mowry to talk her into fucking the Ice Age because she's married to a goddamn cave dog. You know, you gullible motherfucking niggas. You don't say shit about Harvey Weinstein. It should be against him and the fucking shutdown. That's where the protest should be at. But you stupid niggas, and a lot of you that are protesting about R. Kelly are government employees. But your thinking is so motherfucking warped and backwards. You out there protesting about a nigga that you don't know that's fucking with some young girls that say they don't have a problem because the parents are not getting paid off of him. So everybody's screaming now because they threw their daughters in R. Kelly's lap. And now R. Kelly didn't break them off. Now, you know, it's all types of charges. The fuck out of here. Everybody knows, you know, R. Kelly is a motherfucking pedophile that, you know, somebody, you know, went up in his ass and sexed him up as a child. Okay. But why wasn't this brought out when he was making all these platinum goddamn albums? winning 7 and 8 motherfucking Grammys. See, it wasn't even thought about then. They told them women to shut the fuck up then. Now that he hasn't produced nothing, and then these crackers, are under the goddamn radar, let's shine the light on him. Maybe we can get some more movies. Because like I told y'all and showed y'all that it's 1,000 R. Kellys in the goddamn music industry. He's not the only one. And I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you something right quick. Yeah, why isn't anyone talking about Quincy Jones? No one's talking about him. And this is just an example. Even though I talked to y'all about this before. But why no one is talking about the rapes that he committed? This goes all the way back to the 70s. Look what he did to Kevin Campbell. Damn, fuck this boy. Boy, damn, it lost his eye. Being out there, and it turned him out where he was caught up in a prostitution ring. After Quincy and Prince turned this boy out as a little boy, he ended up being a call boy doing call girl activities. Arrested several times. He looks like he's 40 years old. Still a young kid. But this is what happened to him. No one's talking about that. No one is even asking where he's at. DeBarge. The same thing happened to him. And what happened to DeBarge? The same shit. Substance abuse. Never used any drugs or anything in his life. All of a sudden, he's addicted to opiates. And then the family goes in an uproar. They turn out to be a whole family full of junkies. Oldest brother died of AIDS. They all start shooting dope. As a result of Quincy, that in the garden. James Ingram. Same thing happened to James Ingram. Got with Quincy. Quincy put him on Promise Street, and then look what happened. He reneged after he was finished with him. James Ingram's career failed, completely down. LL, same with LL. LL, believe it or not, y'all, LL was slept with Benny Medina, who gave him his own show in the house in the 90s, along with Quincy Jones. Now LL tries to play, personify this macho motherfucking cut up alpha male, but he's really a queen inside because he enjoys performing oral sex on males. As you can see, he wears makeup, lip gloss, and all this shit. He gets his ass, the hair off his ass shaved, and all this type of shit. As a result of Quincy Jones. For the record deal. For the TV show. Al B. Sure, we all know what happened with Al B. When he got with Quincy, it was a wrap. One hit wonder. Quincy gave him, put him on Promise Street, produced his first album. And then once the first album was produced, Quincy took his staff back, his team of producers back, left Al B. Sure on his own devices to in terms of his career. And so with no producing experience, Al B. Sure same way. Started eating pills, drug addiction. because he had Kim Porter. You understand? Kim Porter left him. And you all know why, because she found out what Quincy was doing. And Quincy had went up in her husband's ass. You see the pattern here? The Brothers Johnson. For those who know about the Brothers Johnson. Strawberry Letter 23. Get the funk out my face and look up the Brothers Johnson. A super duo. Multi-talented, instrumental, and vocals. Quincy done the same thing to them. They went up in Quincy, got all these promises after, because their first album was a smash. But if you don't continue to nourish your artists, they will fall because they have no experience. And Quincy plays this shit to a T to make the artists appear like they don't have what it takes. And that's bullshit. If you get a smash album, Michael Jackson the same way. Look at the Michael Jackson Quincy Jones videos. See, Michael Jackson been violated when he was Joe Jackson lined them up. This comes from the mouth of Jermaine. Used to line all of them boys up when they were kids, butt naked in the room, and they had 5 white old wrinkled motherfucking ice apes, stinking hairy back, nasty motherfucking savage, blood drinking, blood sucking, raw meat eating, goddamn savage white motherfuckers violated them boys. Jermaine said Mike used to be sick and throw up and vomit for the shit that he went through as a baby. With Joe Jackson's permission. That's why Joe Jackson suffered like he suffered. Will Smith, the same way. Will Smith did not have a cut card. Will Smith was eager. He had got a taste and a sniff of Hollywood and vowed to never return back to Philly and was going to do anything that it took. Anything that it took. And that's what he did. You know, he slept with and flip-flopped with Quincy and Benny Medina and sucked and fucked his way till he got his own show, The Fresh Prince. Now, come on. Out of the blue, the black community got a hip-hop. Now, remember, this is the same year C. Delores Tucker and all these other motherfucking bed wenches and house niggas were against rap music and hip-hop. But Quincy opened the black back door for Will Smith to come in. And they tore his ass up, and he tore their ass up. That was the springboard that catapulted Will Smith into mega success in Hollywood. Not success as a black man, success as an African American male. It's a fucking difference. And Benny Medina was his handler. As you know, Benny Medina is an open faggot. And he gave Will his first show. As well as Will fucking Benny Medina ended up calling all the shots on the set of The Fresh Prince. And you can ask the woman that played his mother, or his aunt Viv on The Fresh Prince, that they clashed because she knew Will Smith was fucking Benny Medina. He also was the first hip-hop artist to play a homosexual, him and Queen Latifah. set it off. Queen Latifah, that was her. She was practicing being under the camera, being herself, which is a full-fledged bull dyke. 6 degrees of separation, if you can see it. That's the bed. That's the bed act. That's the bed scene. You know, just to give you all a hint, of what takes place. Barry White didn't get down with Quincy Jones. Probably because of Barry White's weight. He might not have been Quincy Jones' type. But Barry White, who's an ex-gang member, wasn't going for that shit. And so Quincy worked on one song with Barry White, and that was it. The same with Tupac. When Quincy asked Tupac to fuck him, thinking Tupac was high out of his mind. And this is what gave Quincy the heart to come at Pac. When he saw what Pac did, when Pac took his clothes off and got in that bathtub and took them photos around them white goddamn faggots. That's what gave Quincy the courage to crack on Tupac. Yeah, Tupac put him out there, but you gotta look at what made Quincy just come out of the blue and say what he said. Because he thought Tupac was a bisexual. So he didn't mind Tupac fucking his daughter as long as Tupac will fuck him too. And you understand? Brothers and sisters, I hope you got a better understanding of where I'm coming from. I'm going to come back with another video in a minute, so, don't change that channel. Stay tuned, goddammit, because it's on and cracking. I hope you got something out of this. For you scholars that give me comments all the time, I appreciate your comments. I appreciate your inputs. I got mad love for y'all. A lot of you all, the few that send your donations, I really appreciate it. And also, I got, the brother was telling me about the book.